Good Wednesday morning and welcome back to Let's Chat. We're happy to kind of unleash the inner nerd and dive into some amazing reading and comic books only at Epikos Comics, Cards, and Games. Henry Flood, always happy to have you here.
Always a pleasure to be here too.
So tell me a little bit about the spread that you brought for us today. You kind of like to mix things up and pick something different each time.
I do like it because there's a lot. Like we tell people we are the Walmart for nerds.
I love that.
So there's a little bit of everything along the way, and something we've actually just recently started carrying in our store is actually novels. We jokingly say these are books without pictures, and I don't know how to read them. All right, and I also don't know how to read them because they're that thick, and that just really that's a lot to me. That's a very thick book. So Dungeon Crawler Carl is one of the most popular books in its series, in its genre right now. It's a genre called lit RPGs, and so in this one, in Dungeon Crawler Carl, if you don't know anything about it and stuff, is that the world has ended, but a few people off of Earth have turned around and been sucked into dungeons, and they have to make their way through it. And obviously, in this one, our character is Carl, and along with his pet sidekick, his cat, Princess Donut.
Princess Donut. Oh,
yes.
I love that.
Yeah. So he's a snarky character, has a lot of fun with it. So he's having to survive from dungeon to dungeon to survive to the end of the day, to the end of the event for it and everything.
Yeah.
And of course, like all good events, we are turning around and live streaming the Crawl.
Tongue twister. That's a tongue twister.
It is. Whoever came up with that one, I wish it was Dungeon Crawler Bob or something like that.
Yeah,
so much
like
easier.
a different name to say. Yeah.
So, but it's all live streamed out to the alien universes. You know, so we're having hey, we're going to see if the humans can survive.
Yeah.
You know, and live stream it out there. So book number 8, I believe it's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, book number 8 came out this week. You have to count how many skulls are on there to know which issue it is.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it took me to book 8 to realize that. But we've only started carrying them about 6 months ago.
Okay,
we started carrying
that
novels. So, but because it's so popular, as you see over here, we had a free comic book day one that we gave out. And next week, volume 1 on Dungeon Crawler Carl comes to graphic novels.
Oh, how neat.
So that'll be in the store next week. They're $19.99 a piece. We've got a ton of them coming in.
Yeah.
So come over and be able to get that. So if you're like, there's too many pages on this, I need to go here.
Yeah.
We'll have the graphic novel form of it also, and it's coming out. So that's for book number 1, and like I said, we're on book 8 over here. So that's one thing I want everybody to know. Like a lot of people don't know we carry novels.
Yeah.
And we carry that for Star Wars, and one of my employees goes through and picks all of our novels that we carry. So like it started off with someone wanted Lord of the Rings, and we ordered it. And then someone says, "Can I get that?" And it just kind of snowballed from there.
Sure.
I just started carrying them. So
really, you really do listen to the community feedback.
I listen
the
to
fans,
the
the nerds that say, "Henry, I need this," yada yada, and then you're like, "I got you."
And we do that. We do that for all of our community building. If you're coming to play a game, a card game, or a board game, or something like that, you're like, "I really want to get together and play with more people." I'm like, "You tell me when you're going to be here, and we'll let other people know about it, and we'll get there and grow it." Like, because we are your third space. We're here. Like, you have to have work life, a home life, and a third space just to go relax in.
Sure.
And that's what we provide for the community also, as a third space.
I
right
love
there.
that.
So.
Well, in addition to this, you brought obviously the DCC. That's what I'm referring it to.
Yep.
That's a tongue twister.
Yep.
But in addition to that, some other really cool ones. I think I saw The Walking Dead. Is it one of those?
Yep. So these are all books that you only get. These are covers. The book inside you can get anywhere.
Okay.
But if you wanted this particular artwork, it's only available through our store. A couple of these we had partner stores with, but for the most part, there's only a handful of them, and they're very limited normally also to maybe only 1,000 copies worldwide.
Oh my word!
And these are some of the ones I brought along. I brought some Transformers and G.I. Joe. Yes, there's a Walking Dead one. This was one of my favorite ones. It was early on when we did. That is. That's the original cover looking, except it didn't have always my logo in the background to Walking Dead #1, and that is issue #1. And so they did a real fun bit with that one. The G.I. Joe I love a lot. He actually wraps around, and for a kid from the 80s, this is an homage to the lunchbox from back in the 80s that a lot of kids carried to school with them and stuff like that. So
I love that. That's
so we do a lot
cool.
of we've got probably nearly 100 different books that we've done that cover with.
It's so cool. Well, when I was looking at these, I was kind of racking my brain of some unconventional but really smart gift ideas for the graduate or maybe the birthday in your life. Are you guys? I mean, you're a one-stop. I want to say you said nerd shop.
Yeah,
and
one-stop geek shop, one-stop nerd shop. That's what we are. Yeah.
But if you wanted to get a Funko Pop or a book or something that could last for a great graduation present, I think that's so special.
There's a lot of that with it. Whether you're looking for a board game, we have a lot of our. There's a lot of great board games that are just in a $20 price range, and it's fantastic at that point. Funko Pops are a great idea with it also. And then novels and graphic novels, all of those. We've got probably 500 to 600 different graphic novels in the store. we
cool.
really get a lot with our stuff.
It's also so great for summer reading as well for the kids
It
that
is.
you want to keep them learning at home during the summer when they're off and they're not having to worry about reading during the school day.
I will be
It's
mindful.
great.
This is probably not kid friendly.
Okay.
This has a bit of language in it.
This does, okay.
So maybe not for the kids, but we do have a selection of accelerator reader books.
Yeah.
That are in graphic novel form, and we're starting to get a few of them in novel form also. That because I know when my daughter was in elementary school, hey, try and get 30 points, 40 points in
Yes, for the
accelerator
AR
readers
points.
for the AR points. And it's you're just gamifying kids to be able to read.
It really is.
And I love that part.
It's a
of
good
it, so.
competitive spirit, and I think it's always so fun. If
Yeah.
we want to visit you guys at Epikos, how would we do that?
All right, so if you want to visit us physically, we got 2 locations. One over on Brainerd Road, next to Jackson Bakery and Chick-fil-A and Amigos. And then the other one's over inside Northgate Mall, also next to Chick-fil-A.
So just look for a Chick-fil-A. And we'll
No.
probably see that.
There's too many Chick-fil-A's here in Chattanooga for me to open up that many stores. That would
Yeah.
drive me crazy. So yeah, Brainerd Road and Northgate, we got to take care of both those. And then you can find us online over at epicosccg.com. We got a plethora of stuff over there, our short exclusives. You can start now buying a lot of our short exclusives on our website and stuff also.
Well, Henry, always a pleasure to have
Thank you
you
very much.
here.
Appreciate
And
it.
thank you again for bringing some of this just fun to work with.
Yep.
It's always so much fun. If
Thank
you want to
you.
learn more about Epikos, go find them either in store or online, epicosccg.com to stay plugged in. Stay with us. You're watching Let's Chat. We'll be right back after this.